This rhubarb plant has a little story behind it. It was in one of my gardens. It never did anything but grow a single seed head and basically gave me no good edible stalks. And so I was going to get rid of it, but I decided to just put it up here in this old, it's kind of like an old fence row here that I just let grow up. I let some places just grow up to see what will happen here. I get some berries, and so I like to see what kind of trees will come up on their own. But anyways, so I just put it up here, and what I did was I just took the shovel and chopped down the weeds a little bit, and I picked this spot here where I had some hay that had got rained on, and so I did just put a bunch of bales here and let them rot down, and well, not a ton of them, maybe about 3 or 4 bales. And this is where I chose to plant the rhubarb, and I just dug a little hole, stuck it in there, tamped it down a little bit, and figured I'd never do anything in here anyhow. And it just started to grow like crazy. And so my conclusion has to be that somehow that hay is good for the rhubarb. I mean, the other plants in the garden all did fine, and it got the same treatment, and it just didn't perform. When they did, for some reason, this spot just worked for it, and the only real difference would be the hay. And so I would say if you've got some rhubarb that's not doing well, or you want to plant some, it might not be a bad idea to put some hay down and let it rot and then plant it on there. This is a Victoria rhubarb, so it's mostly green, but it has some red to it. And this one is just doing really nicely, and I imagine next year that I'm going to get some sauce or maybe a pie from this, and that's a good thing. It's just something that I was just going to throw out, and now it's looking pretty nice. So the only difference is, well, it is a change in spot, but remember, all the other rhubarb was doing fine there. So I thought it was the plant itself. I moved it up here, put it in this rotted hay, planted it, and it's doing really nice. And the deer didn't bother it, so leave it here and take a little better care of it next year. Keep some of the weeds off of it and see what happens.